Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what time it is. It is time for another session in the examination room. And once again, I will be your prosecuting attorney, DJ ShyGuy. The issue that we have here tonight is whether WNBA's beloved Caitlyn Clark is really a victim, or is this selective outrage, or is this another way to take all sides of the argument? What we're going to have, our content creator is Voices with Vikki. I do follow her work. Her work's pretty solid for the most part. I'd recommend subscribe, all that good stuff. But now let's get with the pleasantries to see how much I have to debunk as the prosecutor. Well, I gotta give her flowers. I mean, the tune's kind of catchy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be discussing something that is kind of in the same vein of a lot of things that we talk about on this channel, but it's shifting gears a little bit, and we're going to be discussing the WNBA and Caitlyn Clark and how unfairly this woman is treated day after day. Game after game, there is so much stuff that's happened. And, there's a lot of things that people are saying about the reasons Caitlyn Clark is treated so shabbily, from the fact that she's white, the fact that she's not a lesbian has come up as well, which is really interesting to me. And, I think the WNBA has a real shot at being a great organization.
Now, let me ask you a question. Who came up with the pretenses that Caitlyn Clark is WNBA's public enemy number one because she's white and straight? Inquiring minds would really like to know.
And they are blowing it right now. And I don't know if you're a sports fan or not. I'm a pretty big sports fan. I watched a little bit of WNBA before Caitlyn Clark came in, but honestly, at this point, really the main reason I watch it is for Caitlyn Clark.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, that, don't you?
We ain't even a minute in, and you're starting to do the thing that we watch very carefully, telling on yourself. There's something that we pick up very quickly, because the main reason that you watch the WNBA now is because of Caitlyn Clark, but you really didn't watch it then. That's called telling on yourself. We got to learn the Fifth Amendment here. But let's continue.
And for the Indiana Fever, I love that team. Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham, just amazing players, along with Caitlyn Clark. So I just want to kind of talk about what's happening culturally in our society, especially because we're living in a time where we're fighting for female sports only and keeping men out of female sports and trans women and that whole controversy and the Supreme Court decision that just happened on that. But yet we're simultaneously ruining things for ourselves. Well, certain people are.
Now, let me ask you a question. Who are these certain people? We'd like to have a description. I mean, are we going to say people like Megyn Kelly or Jason Fatlock? Or are you going to try to tilt it back to say like Brittany Griner or Angel Reese? Which way are you coming at? Which way are you swinging?
In professional sports like the WNBA, which has barely been alive the last 30 years. It's only in the last 2 or 3 since Caitlyn Clark has come around that this league has gone anywhere and done anything.
And y'all are treating Caitlyn Clark like a queen with no tangibles. I mean, literally, she has no tangibles.
So we're going to be reacting to some videos today, and some of these people and the things they say are spot on, and they say it all. And we're going to talk about it today, and put it in the comments what you think about this too, as we go along.
Oh, I'm the opposite. Oh, I'm going to be the opposition on this because I think I already see the way that this is about to go.
If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you are new to the channel, I mainly talk about LGBT controversial topics, pop culture issues, sports, things of that nature. A lot of what I've been doing lately has been more geared towards the LGBT stuff, but we do branch out and talk about other things as well. So stick around if you're interested, and hopefully you press that subscribe button. Let's get into it. So we're going to start with this little video here that says, imagine trying to take out the only reason you make any money. And that's actually quite true, ladies. Yeah, just take a look at this. This is just a little bit of what Caitlyn Clark has been putting up with from some of these women.
All right, we gotta break this off like this. Caitlyn Clark is not a monolith by any means. Let me ask this: why are the other women jealous of Caitlyn Clark? I mean, you know, they've paid their dues. What's Caitlyn Clark done? She got Rookie of the Year. Let's go ahead and give her flowers for that. But during college, yeah, they tried to render her as a goat with no ring. Oh, we can't say that about Angel, as in you can't see me. No, Caitlyn, you can't see that ring that you should have had. But nope, Angel beat you to it. And also, that reminds me, I need to look at this real quick because Megan R. Kelly, speak of, has some words for her. And y'all have an issue and y'all want to y'all want to take sides. But now we kind of got to crack this open.
I'll explain to you here in a few moments. The White House to be.
Excuse me as I'm trying to get this queued up to where I needed it to be. And also, while I'm doing that, let me give a shout out to the Black Authority, because if it weren't for some of his research, we wouldn't be able to have some of the content that we're going to present to the table. If it weren't for the Black Authority. Please do like, subscribe, and share to him. Now let's get to it.
And Clark. Time magazine named Caitlyn Clark. They went ahead and called her out too for Athlete of the Year.
She gets her flowers for that. It said, now let's wait.
Oh, and there's some folks who didn't like that. There were some folks who did not like that, and they sent out their Gertrude attack dog. They sent out their aged-out post-wall Gertrude attack dog who has been desperately trying to hang on to her seat. Remember, I told you all, Megyn Kelly was really kind of feminist hanging out there for a bit until she got kicked out of Fox and damn near got kicked out of the news industry altogether.
And if you see her shows now, I wouldn't be surprised why they would have kicked her out of Fox News.
And Megyn Kelly has not forgotten that. She has not forgotten that this is really her last chance. She's not going to get another one after this. So she is doing anything and everything she can to stay in good with the white supremacist male power structure. So another white female.
I mean, all she got to do is lay behind Sucker Carlson. It said, the renegades of Fox News.
In a sport that Megyn Kelly knows not a damn thing about. Megyn Kelly knows nothing about basketball. Except maybe what she was probably doing back in college. But she knows nothing about basketball. Caitlyn Clark does. And Caitlyn Clark had a few choice words. I want to read to you from this article here from Glamour Magazine.
It said, even one of our great teachers, the Black Authority, is giving Caitlyn Clark her flowers. See, we really didn't put the smoke. We really ain't put the smoke. We've done our part to give her flowers, but we're not coddling her with those opinions like y'all are trying to do.
Megyn Kelly didn't like what Caitlyn Clark had to say about her own experience of white privilege in the WNBA.
Oops.
Caitlyn Clark is talking about her life and what she's lived and what she's saying, this is what I've seen and what I've experienced. And Megyn Kelly's like, no, you're wrong. People, this is like asking somebody what their favorite color is. They tell you that their favorite color is blue, and you tell them you're wrong. How the hell can you be wrong about your own experience?
See, and this is the reason why I said I had to go after Megyn Kelly in this too, because as we're going to see a little bit later on down the road, we're going to see that she's going to try to change. She's going to try to change sides. She's going to try to play. At first, you see how she was trying to lambaste her. We're about to see Megyn Kelly switch sides coming up later. But let's get back to the show. I just had to present that as Exhibit A.
And oh my God, so jealous. Slamming into her on purpose. You can tell what she's saying there. Profanities. Knocking her over. Watch this. Oh my God. You can't tell me that wasn't on purpose. Oh, there we go. And there's the famous punch to the throat that just happened recently. So you guys kind of get the point, and that's just the tip of the iceberg of what goes on with Caitlyn Clark. We're going to get into the meat of this and talk more about like why people are acting this way towards Caitlyn Clark, what people's theories are, and what.
Could it be that y'all are putting her in that spot? It said, y'all are putting her way ahead than what she is. So y'all are kind of pushing her out to be the victim. That's like the herd of sheep trying to push Caitlyn the lamb out to the hungry hyenas, if you will.
What people think that Caitlyn Clark should do as a result. And, you could see a lot of this jealousy coming, like, even before Caitlyn Clark stepped on the court in her fever jersey. Diana Taurasi.
Jealousy, I mean, where's all the jealousy coming from? That's my question. I mean, I said, some of these women won championships. I don't see Caitlyn winning. I don't see Caitlyn winning any championships.
What did you say?
I'll say it again. Caitlyn Clark doesn't have any championships. So those that have rings, who's jealous of her?
Was one of them. And it's like these people are so like, they just put a bad taste in my mouth. It says reality is coming. There's levels to this thing. You look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come against some grown women. So
now let me ask you a question. It said, with y'all placing her on the platter, so let me ask this, since y'all want to play the victim card. So do you think Tom Brady would have still been playing Michigan-style college football and made it in the NFL versus him revolutionizing and establishing a new game, as in Brady ball? And I said, I don't like Tom Brady, but we have to give the man his credit. The man won 7 rings. The man has a lot more ground to stand on. Just asking for some friends. It said, college is like high school. Now you going with the big girls. It said, you gonna walk in the house with a bunch of grown ass women. when you pop off, expect to get a grown ass slam. That ain't nothing new to anybody. I mean, what do y'all? I mean, do y'all think basketball's supposed to be tickling? Just asking.
So to me, it was sort of like a veiled threat or a warning that you're going to get your butt kicked in a way that's completely unfair because we're all jealous hags. We never were able to achieve the stardom that you are, and we think we deserve it more. And we saw that with Brittany Griner too, some of the behaviors there, and it made me sick, guys. Like, and then last year they were talking about the whole "pay us what you owe us" thing.
Pay us what you owe us. Hold on. Now, if y'all saw the front screen before we kick this off, you saw two pictures. What were those pictures of? You saw Caitlyn Clark wearing the Buy Us, Pay Us with Angel Reese wearing that same shirt. The other one is Caitlyn Clark wearing that shirt by herself with some commentary like, pay y'all what? But yet y'all want to support her getting that top dollar, but what about everybody else? Y'all can't take both sides like this.
Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
See, it said y'all can't pull both sides. You pick a lane. I'm gonna need y'all to start doing that.
That campaign was just ridiculous. We all know that this is a business, and out of the gate, you're not going to make the kind of money that the NBA is. And we have to remember, too, that the NBA has been basically supporting this organization this entire time because they don't have any money. They're just starting to generate revenue, and it's because of Caitlyn Clark. Like, get over yourselves. That's just the reality of the situation. Nobody was watching this before Caitlyn Clark. And if you want to say it's because she's white or you want to be racist about this, you go right ahead and act stupid.
Okay, so so you're gonna pull the race card. This is you telling on yourself again because let me ask you a question. From what I just pulled up from the Black Authority, where's that smoke for Megyn Kelly? Because she's trying to pull the same thing. At first she was shitting on Caitlyn Clark. Now she wants to change that tune. Where's that energy? I need y'all to come back with that real quick because we got to do a little rewind. Just let me make sure that's where I was supposed to be in life. It said I'm probably enjoying a little bit of that crispity, chronicy goodness while I'm being the attorney. But it said, Madam, you kind of messed up on this one.
Say it again. Say something else. Oh, say something else. Say something else. No, say it again. Say something.
I'm gonna say it again. Where's that smoke for Megyn Kelly? Y'all want to give everybody else that smoke, but y'all are trying to protect Megyn Kelly like she ain't done anything.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I
see what I'm saying?
I thought.
So, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't
you?
But honestly, at this point, really the main reason I watch it is for Caitlyn Clark and for the
there we go. It said, that's that law. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. But now let's get back to present time.
And if you want to say it's because she's white or you want to be racist about this, you go right ahead and act stupid.
We already proved that. And it wasn't us.
I think that Caitlyn Clark needs to leave the WNBA because these people don't realize that everything that they're getting now, all the more money they're getting, the league minimum used to be like $78,000. Now the league minimum for the WNBA is $300,000, with the highest being $1.7 million. And so I think the highest used to be like $150,000 would be the best you can make. Now it's up to $1.7 million. And did you know Caitlyn Clark?
Let me ask y'all this. Where were y'all when she was making league minimum? Because she was basically making that her first year. Where were y'all? Where were y'all when that happened? Yeah, y'all were inside. Now, let's not get this twisted. I don't watch the WNBA but so frequently, but I do keep eyes on things. And this happened to be one of them that came across. Because also, let me ask this as well. If she wanted to avoid making the league minimum, she could have played international. 6'9" Brittany Griner, she did. And we obviously know what came from that. Russia, marijuana, and the fact that Brittany needed to use Google and know that, yeah, outside the fact that she's a part of the Colorful Coalition, bringing weed into Russia, that was not the smartest thing to do. And considering the fact that Putin just locked up some LGBT club owners for Russia, what does that say? What is that saying about it? What is it saying about y'all?
Clark's not even in the top 25.
So you think she should go to the EuroLeague where they can make up to $4 million?
Yep, I think she should. She is the one that brought all these new eyes on the game.
You mean new eyes or stands? Because it seems like y'all just started to walk in ever since you see and worship the ground that Caitlyn Clark walks on.
In my opinion, there's an ongoing Iggy amongst African-American players.
We know he had to put. We know he's going to say something anti-black
that says, "Let's rough up this white. God forbid a white girl comes in and gets any type of accolades, and let's hurt her."
Looks like if she went to the European League or even the Spanish League, she could be making $4 million plus per season.
I would.
She could damn well go. That's the reason why I said Brittany Griner was doing it.
Be so out of there and watch the WNBA crumble. I would watch them crumble. You've not taken care of me. You've allowed me to be a special target, and she's not that big,
The WNBA is not going to crumble just because of the simple fact, if it crumbled, you'd be eliminating opportunities for millions and millions of women, therefore setting back your wave of feminism back to where it was before equal pay, equal work, equal pay. I want to say like the second wave of feminism. That's how far back you're going to be setting if the WNBA shut down. Y'all don't want that.
Some of these big body girls can really, really put some havoc on here. The girl that did the flagrant foul and choked her out.
She ain't choke her out, you lying sack of shit. Y'all have this footage up here and you're saying that she choked her out. No, this is not Daniel Penny and Jordan Neely. Miss me.
Got 1 game suspension. 1 game. And here's the worst thing about it. The referees, they missed it.
And that's true. They did miss it. They didn't call it. They didn't do anything. And this seems to happen all the time to Caitlyn Clark. So it really makes you wonder if they're being told not to favor her too much or whatever and allow these people to rough her up.
Now, let me ask a question. Do you think the WNBA, much like you stands, are coddling her too much? And said, y'all want women to be independent, but she gotta get rid of the training wheels some way or another. And said, she ain't pay her dues. That's probably the message that they're sending out. And it said, and I'll say it again, neither has Angel Reese. But y'all haven't really, but I wonder if Angel Reese would have said half the stuff that Caitlyn Clark would have said, y'all would be chomping at the bit. But let's continue.
Allow these people to smack her around on the court in ways that are just absolutely insane. They honestly look like a bunch of freaking high school little brats running around this court.
And Caitlyn is getting at work like one of them high school brats. When you act out of line, hey, look, the playground, look, when you act out of line, you got smacked up and jacked up. Is what it is. And Caitlyn ain't innocent, so we got evidence of that. That'll be a little bit later.
And stop talking about Caitlyn Clark. You don't know to ride that wave? You don't know to be mindful and cognizant of that reality and go forward from there. You don't know that? Don't you want to make money? What you don't do is have such a disdain and a disregard for her that her coach is complaining about intentional harm.
Well, maybe she should be held accountable because she's been known to talk a little bit. Yeah, she talked to the right one. She FAFO'd. So simping ass Smith, that's what we're gonna call you. Simping ass Smith. You need to go back to great clips, find out who did your hairline with that Flowbee, and fire them. Cause your hair's shedding them lies, boy.
Being aimed in her direction because of the resentment that she fuels. Rising tide lifts all boats. You think Magic Johnson and Larry Bird wanted to concede the reins to Michael Jordan? I'm not comparing Caitlyn Clark to Jordan in terms of her ability, even though she's pretty damn good. I'm comparing her to him as it pertains to her box office appeal for her respective sport. Mm-hmm. She's
her box office appeal. So basically, y'all don't even appreciate her talent. You said box office appeal, like she's an actor. I mean, I can prove that she is. We'll get to that. I promise.
That girl.
Yep,
you ride that wave.
Yeah.
You want to beat Caitlyn Clark? Beat her playing basketball. Don't beat her with roughhouse tactics. Compromising her ability to play, because if she ain't playing, it's going to affect ratings. And if it's affecting ratings, it's going to affect revenue. And if it's going to affect revenue, then you're not going to build the sport the way you hope to build the sport.
Rome wasn't built in one night, and if y'all expect to build the sport around one person, that's never going to work.
That's the reality. Yep. Let's all grow up.
I mean, honestly, they do need to freaking grow up. The people running this organization need to grow up. They all need to grow up. And also, they need to, just join her in this, because this is great stuff.
Join her in growing. What do you think they've done? But yet, you kind of played the ops with the buy us, pay us, right? I'm just asking. You did, let's see, are you for the equal pay that she deserves? Are you supporting her because she's biased pay us?
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I see.
I'm saying.
I thought.
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
See? Y'all trying to support her, but yet she wears bias pay us. Oh, y'all ain't behind that too tough now, are you? We just had to bust that open. But we're going to conclude this is part 1 for now. We're going to conclude this for part 1 of the examination. And you know what I got to say as DJ ShyGuy. Stand up, stand out, shine bright, and good night. And y'all know my man Reggie's going to have to take us home.
Reggie? was pretty. Ladies and gentlemen, Reggie has left the building. Thank you and good night.
One more time, because I haven't been on in a while.
That was pretty. Ladies and gentlemen, Reggie has left the building. Thank you and good night.